So, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Soccer Hub Talks. As you know, Soccer Hub is a world leader online educational platform for soccer experts, such as coaches, scouts, analysts, and for all the others, the ones that that want to learn a bit more about the different aspects of the game. So please feel free to visit our webpage and to get to know a bit more about our courses, including the course of the month that is currently with 50% discount. Before we start, please introduce some information about yourselves in the chat box, including your current job in football, if that's the case, and also click the like button to check if the audio and the video are okay. Remember that this is a live webinar, and so feel free to ask your questions to our guest, which one you already saw that is a great guest that we have today. Today's subject is goalkeeping in Europe, and to talk about it, we have with us the great Beto, who doesn't need many introductions, so all of you know him very well. We couldn't have a better guest to talk about today's subject as Beto, and please correct me, Beto, if I'm right. In your CV, you have 14 titles, including 4 Europa Leagues, and we are going to talk a bit about it because you know the secret, and I want to know to see if I still in time to win Europa League 40 years old. So you have 4 more than me. So one Nations League and 4 domestic trophies. Beto played and still plays, obviously, and we are glad for that, in countries such as Portugal, obviously, Romania, Turkey, Spain, and now Finland. Being a legend in all of those countries, do his quality inside the pitch, but also outside, which for sure it's also a great trophy for him. And I'm going to ask you. Beto was part of the national team in 3 World Cups, also 3 more than me, and 2 European Championships and 1 Nations League, and that I was there lucky to watch, and you won the Nations League, and impressive, not many that can achieve it. So welcome back, and thanks for accepting the invitation, especially in such a kind way, and for being open, for sharing since the beginning your knowledge, and it's a great pleasure to have you here with us. So Beto, welcome. Yeah.
Well, Nuno, thank you for the invitation, first of all. Thank you for taking this page worldwide. And I think it will be funny. It will be important for us to share knowledge, like you said before. So I'm ready.
Okay, perfect. That's great. That's great. You are ready? I'm not sure if I am, but okay, you are ready.
I am.
So, first of all, Beto, how many languages do you speak?
Well, fluently, I speak 3 languages. Okay. I speak Portuguese, I speak Spanish, and I speak English. Then I'll speak a little bit French. I speak a little bit Turkish. I understand a little bit Italian, but I don't speak almost anything of Italian. So 100%, I speak 3 languages and a little bit of 2 of them, 2 more.
Not bad,
so
no?
5, 3 plus 5.
Not bad. And do you already speak Finnish in a few months?
No. I haven't learned to speak Finnish. First of all, I'm here for 2.5 months, 3 months, and here in Finland is curious because everyone speaks English. So I don't have like the need to learn because everyone is kind enough to speak like the universal language.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, of course, for sure. And so it's also important that, for you, it's also important, like I said, that people respect you also for what you are outside the pitch and not only inside, and that you are an example for younger generations. It's also important.
It is. I think it's the most important thing for me, and I think the biggest title or the biggest trophy I've ever achieved is to be like an example, like a role to many kids, many young kids that want to achieve something, want to arrive the highest level of football.
Yeah.
Of course, it was important that all the titles that I won, all the clubs that I represented, but seeing that so many fathers and mothers send me messages and in the streets, whether it's in Portugal or Spain or Turkey or here, wherever I was been and played. This is the most beautiful thing, is to see them. Thank you for what you did to my son. My son wants to be like you. I think you are a role model in sports. It also comes from my passion, the passion that I have for football, and I think I demonstrate that in the field. So I think more than my performances, I think people see me, my character, my passion, way of playing, and I think it's the most beautiful. Like I said before, it's the most beautiful title I achieved in my career. Is that respect?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for sharing that. But this is called talks, because this is more a conversation than an interview. And one of the questions also I had more to the end, it's one point that you touched in there. It's about the parents and the example also. And I can see one thing, because obviously I follow you. I'm a scout, so a good scout always needs to be ready to have good options, and doesn't matter the age. We are the same age anyway. So the thing is, for you, I can see on your videos on the social media, also the games I watch, you seem like you have a passion, like if you were young, you didn't have any titles, and that's impressive. I can see you very happy. I don't know. I'm watching from outside, but I can see you so happy there in Finland, that you are performing brilliant, and I can see that passion. It's. Am I right?
I think that's my secret. Whether it's in Finland, in China, in Dubai, in Portugal, in Mexico, the passion that I have for this sport, for training, for the game, the way that I enjoy it, I think most of my performances come because I enjoy what I do. I have real passion for what I do. I was 5 or 6 months since last season ended, stopped. I had to organize a little bit my head, and my family also. But after 2 or 3 months, my wife told me, "You're not okay. You're not. This is not you. You need football. You need to play. You are still so fit to play. You need this." And I said to myself, I really need this. I really need to wake up. I really need to go to training, I feel alive when I'm in the field. I think this is my biggest passion, is football and Formula One.
Okay.
but it's the way that I live football that brought me to Finland. I didn't know nothing about Scandinavian football, all the people say here, "What are you doing in Finland?" And I say, "But I'm living a different experience." I've played in so many teams, so many different countries, and I didn't have any knowledge about Finland or Denmark or whatever Scandinavian football. And I said, why not? So let's go. Let's pack our bags and let's go to Finland. Let's play. Let's feel happy. Doing what I love the most is to train and play.
Yeah, for sure. And also when I contacted you, the first thing I told you is I admire your courage to be there, with your CV, and it's brilliant. And it's when you see someone with that passion, I would say that I was now trying to think here that which goalkeepers I can see with such a passion like you. And I don't see many these days. So maybe you are one of the last ones. That is brilliant to see that you have emotions. Actually, you are not, the goalkeepers in these days are a bit different than the newest generations. Yes. And we are going to talk about it also. Yeah. And and you've been playing in so many clubs. And actually, I've been checking as a scout. I know all your career. I didn't know that you played with a player called Marcos Viduka.
Yes.
Marcos Viduka.
Yes.
Marcos Viduka. Okay. So let's see. You said it's one of the biggest trophies that obviously you had. It's also the people and the friends, and to be recognized. I prepared here also a small surprise for you that I like always to say thank you in a special way. Okay, and I have a message here, but there is a challenge for you. That after I'll tell you the challenge. Okay. There you go.
Maninho, como é que é? Tudo em ordem? Olha uma coisa, só para te mandar um grande abraço, dizer se tenho saudades tuas, pá, dos nossos momentos, das nossas brincadeiras, dos nossos risos, nosso atirar de sapatilhas como era eles, lá no corredor, que nunca mais me esqueci disso. E simplesmente só para te dizer que tens aqui um humano para a vida, estamos sempre juntos e estaremos sempre juntos. Ok, meu querido? Sucesso aí, que sei que estás a partir isso todo, estás a defender como o caraças, estás a sair a jogar como ninguém. E simplesmente isso, que tenhas muita saúde, muitas alegrias, muitas vitórias, muitas conquistas e que sejamos nós. Amizade pura e verdadeira. Tá, meu querido? Aquele abraço. Fica bem. Tchau, tchau, Beto.
Sorry. Okay. So, guys, of course, you know Ricardo, and now the challenge is Beto. I think you liked it, of course.
Of course, I loved it. It's one of my best friends in football.
Yeah, it's great to see you smiling. You know, if I could do it, you know, for
yes,
this big trophy,
it's worth it.
Because yeah, of course, because usually people only ask things to players, and I like also to give something. You know, a smile. It's amazing. Now the challenge that you will not be so happy is to translate to the guys basically what Ricardo was saying.
Well, Ricardo, most known as Tarzan, his nickname Tarzan. He making a little bit of a resume of what he said. He said this is like the true friendship. We have known each other for like 20 years, maybe or more, and it was a relationship that never stopped growing. Even when our ways were separated, we kept the contact, we kept the feeling, and this is one of the most also one of the most beautiful things that you take from football is the real and true friendships. He was saying that I'm seeing you in Finland, high performing, playing like he never saw it with the feet, because everyone likes to see me playing with the feet. Yeah. So he was one of my fans at this feet play, and yeah, that's most of it. And like our friendship will be forever, and I'm glad to have known Ricardo, because he's like, people know him in the field, but he's one of the most amazing persons I've ever met. So humble, so simple, and with all of the titles also that he achieved, and he's so simple, and he's amazing person.
Yeah, it is. That's true. I confirm also, because I know him since we were 12 or 11 or 12.
Yeah.
And he's a great person. And actually, it's because of that, because I asked him a lot, because he didn't want. Everybody said, Beto, no, I don't want to send a message to Beto. Beto, no, Beto is terrible. No, actually, a lot of people wanted. And I'll tell you one thing. It was strange because Ricardo it was a center back, central defender. And Beto, of course, it saved his life many times, you know, probably. But I tried strikers, and they didn't want. I think because most of them, or you ruined their careers, you know, you made their life hard. They said, no, Beto, no. I was almost signing for big clubs, and Beto came and he saved everything. And one thing that I didn't dare to do is to contact anyone from Benfica. You know, no. I didn't try for the obvious reasons, plus penalties. And you guys that watch football, you know well what I'm talking about. Okay, so yeah, no, I'm joking. So everybody loves Beto. This is true. I'm not saying, you know, because you are here, everybody that played with Beto straight away said, of course, or send my regards. I hope he's okay. Let's put in touch. And then I'll have the chance to tell you a few people and to send you a few more, because otherwise it will be only people to send you videos. Okay. And we'll be here, like both of us, and people also here, just, you know, all the hour watching those videos also. So we have also here comments from Lucas. Thanks, saying it's a great work, guys. So it's always good to know. And people, guys, ask your questions. And also I challenge you to go online and check also how Beto is performing, and just, you know, go on his social media and comment in there, put all those things full, because he's performing brilliant. Do you have actually a passport? You don't, no?
What?
You don't have a passport, no? Or your passport is wrong?
No. I don't have passport.
you don't have for sure.
No, when people ask me, I feel like I'm 20. So
yeah, exactly, and you guys can see there. So let's start a bit the questions now. The hard part. I need to make your life so hard. It's not only. No, I'm joking. Also,
not only good things.
Not only good things. Let's go from here. So let's start. Beto, can you please tell us a bit more? You've been talking, obviously, you gave many interviews and you always talk about it, but it's always interesting to people worldwide also to know, because sometimes we end up giving interviews more in Portuguese or more in Spanish. If you can tell us a bit more about your journey in football so far, and how it all started, and including being a goalkeeper, if that was your first option also. The goal.
Well, it was a long journey until now, with a lot of upside downs. I didn't start as a goalkeeper. I started as a winger, but I was small, and I was with 7. I was small and I was a little bit fat. So, but I was good with the feet. I played good. I had technique, but the coach in the training said, you are good with the feet, but you don't move. So you cannot be a winger if you don't move, if you don't run. So I will try to put you on the goal, try to be on the goal. And I went to the goal. Since the first training I went to the goal, I felt something different. I felt something special to be in the goal, to be a different guy in the field. Because goalkeepers are the only guy that plays differently, that wears different clothes. We have different rules. So I think this is special. Being a goalkeeper is special. Even with 7 years old, you feel that it's special. Sometimes it's boring with that age.
Sorry to interrupt you, Beto. The other day I was listening a friend that is also a goalkeeper that finished his career now also with 40. And he said in a podcast that the goalkeeper is the only one that if you are injured, the game stops. So I think that shows everything. How important
it is the only player that you cannot start the game without the goalkeeper. Exactly. As I was saying, for a 7-year-old kid, having this passion for a goalkeeper is not normal, because when you are a kid, you want to touch the ball, you want to run, you're going to touch the ball, you want to be on the confusion. And okay, it was a little bit boring, but I felt so special to be there and to fly and to save and to play with the feet and play with the hand and play with the head. I can do everything inside the area. I can do anything. I can use everything. And I started to feel this passion. So it was like a long journey. I'm 40, so 33 years playing. It's a lot. It is a lot. And the most important thing, I'm 40, and I feel like I'm 7. The same passion, the same joy. But like I said before, my career had a lot of upside downs. I made all my formation in Sporting Club Portugal. Is one of the best academies in the world. I've played 11 years in Sporting, but after my contract was expiring, they loaned me into a second league club in Portugal, Chaves. In that club, I didn't play that much. I suffered a little bit this syndrome of being a player of a great team or a big team, and I went to the second league, so it was like a bit of a shock for me. I had difficulties to adapt the reality, and after this year in a loan, my contract was finished in Sporting, and nobody said nothing to me. So I said, okay, this Sporting journey is finished, and let's wait. And then Hugo Oliveira is a goalkeeper coach. He said, let's bring this guy to Marco. It was another second league club in Portugal. Let's bring this guy. This guy needs an opportunity to go up again. And I decided, okay, let's go. No problem. Let's go to the second league. Let's go to Marco. Let's work. Let's feel again the passion of training and play. And since then, my career really started to go up. I went to Leixões.
Sorry to interrupt you again, Beto. In Marco, you said it's a small team, but there is another player that played with you in Marco that did brilliant also for the national team. Vieirinha,
Yeah,
no?
two. Yeah, Vieirinha, André Vieira, most known as Vieirinha. He's my son also in football.
Yeah.
He's my beloved son in football. I love him so much, and he was an amazing player. Also, Portuguese national team player, and he made his career in Germany, in Greece. So he has a fantastic career also.
Yeah.
So, like I was saying, and I went to Leixões. We went to the first league, to Super League, but it was an amazing performances by me, by the club. And then I went to FC Porto. I signed a contract 4 years with FC Porto, but I was not playing that much, as much as I wanted. So I asked the club, please let me go out, let me fly, let me be happy. In the beginning, it was hard for me to leave Porto because in those times the sport director was Antero Henrique. And also Pinto da Costa, the president, didn't want me to go out because they like my charisma, my character, my personality. They say you are very important here in the dressing room for the team, for the fans. If you go out, it's gonna be like difficult. And I said, but I need to feel happy. I don't want to be on the streets just saying that I wear FC Porto clothes. No, I want to feel happy. And then I went to Romania. Guess what? Romania. So, like a crazy decision. The coach was Portuguese, Jorge Costa. He was a former captain of the national team, Portuguese national team. He invited me to go there, and he said, I need you in Romania to be champion in Romania. And I said, so I will go. I will go to this challenge.
Guys, guess what happened?
I was champion. I was champion also in Romania. I came back from my loan from FC Porto, and I went to SC Braga, another great team in Portugal. And in those 5 months, I only played 5 months in Braga because in that winter, some miracle happened. And today I thank Iker Casillas for, unfortunately, he was injured in the finger. So Real Madrid had to buy a goalkeeper, and Real Madrid buy the Diego Lopez from Sevilla. And Sevilla needed a goalkeeper, experienced goalkeeper that arrived Sevilla and play. A goalkeeper that don't need adaptation time. So Unai Emery chose me. He took me to Sevilla, and there were almost 4 amazing, fantastic seasons in Sevilla. And that's it. My contract finished in Sevilla. I had an important injury in my shoulder that took me out from the field for 8 months. And I felt that my time in Sevilla was finished. Players notice and feel that my time is finished here. So I came back and I fulfilled my dream, my father's dream, because I forgot to say one important thing. The day I signed with Leixões, my father died. So it was the same night. I signed with Leixões after lunch, and I drive to Lisbon to say the good news. And my father at that night died. So I promised him before I died that one day I will go back to Sporting. One day I will go back to Sporting Club Portugal, and that day arrived. I came back to Sporting Club Portugal to fulfill my dream and also my father's dream and my promise. So it was kind of a ups and downs, like I said. In the first year of Sporting Club Portugal, I've played just 11 games, if I remember, 11 games. And knowing me, I asked the club.
Yeah,
I love Sporting. I love Sporting. It's my club, but I need to feel happier than this.
yeah,
I understand. I respect all the decisions of the coaches. But if you allow me to go out, I will go out. And I went to Turkey. And I went to Turkey, and I embraced a very, very nice project in a not very known team. It's very famous in Turkey, okay, but
yeah,
all around Europe, many people when I went there, they say, "What team is this?" But I embraced the project. When the president showed me the project, I said, "I want this new stadium with the. It was a city with almost 5 million people, so it was Turkish people, Turkish
yeah,
fans. They're like
yeah,
fanatic for football, and I said, I want to live this. I want
yeah,
to feel this passion from the Turkish fans. So it was three of the most beautiful years of my career in Turkish. I've never felt so beloved like I felt in Turkey.
yeah.
Till today, the Turkish and Göztepe fans, they show all the respect and love that they have for me. So I think it was one of the best decisions. And many people said it's like a crazy decision. What are you doing? You
Yeah.
have so many titles. You have so big name. Why you go to Turkey? And I say because I want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't have to do what the market says me to do or people tell me to do. Fortunately I decided my journey. I decided where I wanted to play it, and this is very important for a player. Have the power to decide where you want to be, where you want to play, and
Yeah.
it was amazing. It was a journey, a long journey, difficult one, far from my family, far from my friends, with the loss of my father.
Yeah.
So it was very, very, very difficult, but with a lot of power and passion and sacrifice, everything can be done.
Here you are. And just one word for you: respect
Yeah, thank you.
for
Thank you.
brilliant. And because like you said, to be happy, it's very important. And for you, like you said, everybody, everywhere you have been, everybody loves you. And the thing is, like, you want to play. Many goalkeepers, it's harder goalkeepers life, but some of them, they stay in a club, like in a comfortable zone, being
But
second. Yeah.
sorry, but I respect it.
Yeah, of
I
course.
also respect
Yeah.
those kind of players that they don't bother if they don't play. I respect it, but for me it doesn't fit on my character.
course.
Just
Yeah.
just saying that I'm a player from a big club
Yeah.
and go to the restaurant with his Beto from Barcelona or from Madrid.
Yeah.
I don't live for that.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
That doesn't make me happy. What makes
Yeah.
me happy is, for example, to be a Real Madrid football player, lineup, first
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
Of
course.
But I speak about Real Madrid as I speak about the Levante or another.
Yeah.
The most important thing for people is to feel really, really, really happy, and people don't think about it. People want
Just
to
want
make
to be there.
others happy.
Yeah, but I admire that because you could stay, and some players, not only goalkeepers, they stay. They are not in the first option, and then they start to create problems inside the changing room. And you
Yes.
prefer to go to be happy instead of being unhappy, and try
And
to
maybe unfortunately you can create like a bad environment because you are
Yeah.
sad, because you are angry, because you don't play, and why not choose to
of course,
be happy? Just be happy.
That's true. That's true. And you are not crazy. And the decision you took, the crazy decision, it wasn't to go to Turkey. It
Yes.
was when you were a kid, because I'm also from Portugal. It was to jump, and in those pitches that where we used to play and on the street, because they were not grass. They were not, in our generation, it wasn't grass or artificial grass.
No.
Was very hard. So
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you also. You spoke a bit about your family. Did you have also the support from your family? And because usually, especially being a goalkeeper, parents, they support you to be a football player, but the goalkeeper, usually, especially mothers, they are not so happy because you spend extra. They spend extra money in clothes because you always come with a clothes. I started as a goalkeeper, so my mom was always complaining because I was lucky because my mom was like was sewing the things, but I was always with my clothes like ruined. So yeah.
When I started, it was funny because my family, my parents, I don't have brothers, so my parents, they were like very humble family, and they live with the normal salary. They didn't have money to buy me toys or football boots or gloves.
Yeah.
So the first football shoes that I had, my father bought from another player.
Okay.
So another player, his father, had other kind of financial power. So my father asked him, when your son don't want any more those shoes, I will buy. You say how much? It was, for example, €5 because they are old. I will buy them for my son because I cannot go to a store and buy €50, for example. It's an example. €50 football shoes for my son. So my first shoes were bought from a teammate. And I took my clothes to my mother wash. So the other day I have my clothes clean. It was different times, but they made me appreciate really what it is to be a football player. That's why with 40 years old, I still love football. Because I appreciate football.
Yeah.
I appreciate what football gave me, and I need to give it back. I need to give all of me. Until I can, I will give 100% of me to football.
You still have a lot to give, but honestly, you already gave a lot.
I gave, but until I can, until I feel that I'm positive to football, I will give whatever I have to.
And you will give for many, many years, even if it's outside the pitch. But
we will see. We will see.
Maybe, for sure. Now that we are in touch, for sure. So I will be annoying you. So yeah, don't mess with me. I'll be annoying you. So yeah. Also, another thing that I always like to ask, it's just interesting. Did you have any idols when you were a kid? Any idols in football?
No, I didn't have any idol. I have like role models. I always liked Vitor Bahia, and also Gigi Buffon. I think he's one of the goalkeepers that left that love football, love football.
So please keep looking at him and because he still plays, so you can still play until...
Yeah, he's 42 or 43 and he's still playing because he loves to play. I have like role models, not idols, because I don't like this word. I feel like I prefer to be like a role model than an idol to someone, because I don't like extreme things.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Thanks for that. We have here also a question from Mario. Thanks, Mario, first of all, and thanks for being here. And thanks for the question. Greetings to legends. Well, I think only if it's the both.
You are a legend now.
No. No, your hands. You have left and right are legends. Your hands. No, not me. Let's say. Question for Beto. You won Europa League with Unai Emery at Sevilla. What would he say? What's the difference between Unai and other coaches? Why Unai so successful? Thanks. That's.
Well, it's an interesting question, because I had like 20 or 25 coaches in my career, and Unai is special. And one of the things that makes him so special that he lives for football. He breathes football. I think one of the one of the biggest secrets that we had in Sevilla, we won 3 Europa Leagues in a row. It's like impossible to achieve, and we achieved that 3 in a row with Unai Emery. It's like impossible. He won again with Villarreal. So and the thing is, okay, he's good tactically. He rules very good the dressing room, the players. But the point is that he desires the trophy. He looks at the trophy whether it's like the championship or the Europa League or whatever that trophy you are fighting for, he desires. And he wants us to desire it the same way that he desires, and more than the opponent team. We need to do that. We need to desire more than them. And after desire, you have to do more and better than the opponent team. So Unai, for me, was one of the most important coaches, and one of the coaches that I've learned the most, the desire that you need to have for something. Either is a trophy, either is a chocolate, something. You need to desire, and after you need to do it and go for it. But you need the desire that he created in us. It was just simply amazing and unique.
Yeah, that's
I don't know if I answered the question, but it's the only way I know how to answer this.
Yeah. Mario can always comment and can always say, but thanks for the question. I think you did brilliant, Beto, and not only answering, but also being in the 3 finals, consecutive finals in a row. So yeah, you did brilliant again. So let's keep going. So as you mentioned already, you've been talking a bit about your career. So you have been on loan in a few clubs, like of course those experiences helped you, and how also because you were younger and everything, and was also important to get out, like you said, from your comfort zone.
Yes.
To go to smaller clubs, and because you came from Sporting. And do you also recommend that do you think it's important also in these days for the players from big clubs also to go out sometimes?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I think, like I said before, the player needs to leave, like you said, the comfort zone. The comfort zone doesn't allow you to progress. You just know the black and the white. You don't know the yellow, the pink, the red, the blue. You need to know as many information and experiences that you have, the best person and the best player you will be. Because you're going to see different scenarios. And if you only know few experiences, you don't know how to react. You don't know how to solve this problem. And as many as experiences you have, you will be better prepared. And what gives you experience? What gives you baggage? Minutes, games, minutes and minutes, and games after games after games, after mistakes, after doing things good and bad and good and bad, to learn, to grow. This is my way of seeing things. Of course, I'm not the guy that with the stick, the magician, but it's my way of seeing things.
Of course. But also as a goalkeeper.
Let me just finish. The training is very important, maybe the most important part to improve. Okay, but you need to put this in practice. And in the game, if you don't play the scenario of a game, it's totally different from a scenario of a training.
Yeah.
Because you know what's going to happen in training. In the game, you don't know.
Yeah.
You have 11 guys. So for me, the game is what gives you that thing.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for sharing that. And do you think also being a goalkeeper, because you are playing in a smaller club, in theory, you have more work to do, you have more shots to save, and also that gives you more experience, and you also need to learn how to play, because in a big team, usually you are not so much in action, but you also obviously need concentration, but
it's harder to play. It's harder to play for a big team.
Yeah.
It's much harder to play. I've rather played in for example, in FC Porto or Sporting, and because they shoot like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Then now in HIFK in Finland, I get like 20 shots every match. So okay, it's good for you to shine. It is good because you are always action.
Yeah.
But the difference is when you are in a big club that you only have like 4 or 5 actions, you need to be there. You need to say, I'm here. I solved this problem. The focus thing, this concentration must be like 300% more than in this kind of reality, because you are always in action. So you are always alert.
You don't even have time to think. So, and it keeps you fit also now, with so many shots. because you are great there. So I think this is so you have your answer here, Beto. So yeah, so
Okay.
thanks. So a crucial moment, and sometimes not easy. Well, I'll say pretty much all the time for a football player, any football player, is a transition from the youth teams to the senior squad. Was that transition in your case? Was how it was in your case, the transition? And also, in terms, you think, because it's a goalkeeper, it's extra harder, it's double harder, because there is only one that is going to play, and usually in the first squad, and usually it's the more experienced ones. We know that usually the goalkeeper with 18, 19, 20, it's very hard to be the first goalkeeper, especially for a good team like you were.
It is, and it's not easy to have a 19, 20, 21-year-old goalkeeper with experience, because it's almost impossible.
Yeah.
The experience that he'll gonna have is when he started to make game after game after game, not training after training after training, like I said before. But for me, it was different times. It was harder times to get from the academy to the first team. It was so hard. It was so hard. I remember in my case, I had this monster, Peter Schmeichel from Man United. He came from Man United to Sporting, and when I went to the first team, I was okay. The guy arrived. So
yeah, the legend.
I have no chance.
Yeah, you won the Champions League.
I went to third goalkeeper, and it was like more of a year of learning. Okay, I learned a lot with Peter and with Nelson and Thiago. They were former goalkeepers also from Sporting. I learned so much, but it was very difficult for a young player to get the first team and play. Play. You had to be like 20 years ago. You had to be really, 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 really awesome player. Yeah. Nowadays, I think the lack of financial power obligates the teams to search for that resource in the second team or the youngest team, because, for example, in Portugal, the teams cannot buy players like this so easy.
Yeah, that's true. And
this also changed in football.
Changes a lot, yeah. And you said, like, you came and you were with Peter Schmeichel.
Yes.
And one day probably you were watching the final, that crazy final.
Yes.
And then after a few days you were like, Peter is here. But you've been probably teaching also a few things to Casper, because he was there training sometimes.
I have a very, very funny story with Casper.
Okay.
Because I was training with Peter, with Silvano De Lucia. It was the goalkeeper coach. Unfortunately, he's dead. And he was like shooting to the goal, and I would like to fly. It's like my style. I was flying, and Peter Schmeichel in trainings, he didn't fly. He was just like this 1 meter radio.
And the ball
But he was like, "Hey, Beto, hey, too much pictures, man. Come on." And I said, "Okay." So I'll just say, okay, sorry. And he said, "Hey, Beto, go, get out." And I say, "What? Get out? Get out of what? Get out of the goal. Hey, Casper, go in." Casper was, I don't know, 12, 13 years old at that time. And I said, "No, he's your son." Yeah, I know. That's why I'm taking you out of the goal and I'm putting my son with 12 or 13 years old. He was at that time. And I was like sitting in the grass like a puppy, looking at his son, and I say, "Hey, I'm Sporting's player," and this guy took me out of the goal and put his son on training, and Casper made the training, and I was out. So it was very. Now I can laugh.
Okay.
Now I can laugh about this situation. In that time, I did everything but laugh.
I can, but that's funny.
But it is a funny story now.
Now it's funny, of course. But yeah, at the time, for sure, it wasn't so funny.
I was like a puppy crying.
Yeah. So he was one like looked like 12, and he was the one like looked like a.
Yeah, I had 18 or 19. I don't remember. 18. I think 18, because this was in 2000.
Okay.
It was 2000. So I was 18 and Casper was 13 or something like that, 14, something like this.
Yeah.
And Peter said, "Hey, Beto, get out." "What do you mean, get out? Get out. Casper, come in." And I was like, "I'm sorry, this is your son. Come on."
Crazy stuff. That's funny. No, it's a funny thing.
Now
Thanks
it's
for
funny. Now
sharing
it's
that.
funny.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that funny story. It's actually very funny. So yeah, so when you were playing, especially in the beginning of the career in those smaller clubs, but also I'd say smaller, but all clubs that you've been, they pretty much all have tradition in Portugal. So
Yes.
they have fans and everything.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, yeah.
So it's not small. I'll say in
No.
terms of trophies, they are not small. But did you any moment did you doubt about that you could make back to a big club? And have you ever imagined that you could have such a brilliant career like you have? And yeah.
I doubted for one moment when my father started to try. They didn't help. They tried to help me financially.
Okay.
I said to myself, "No, come on. I'm in football, and my father and my mother they need to help me. No. Maybe I will go back to study or do something different." But someone told me, "Okay, you don't want my help. You're not earning enough money. Go for it. Fight for it. If it's not tomorrow, it's gonna be next week. If it's not gonna be next week, it's gonna be next year. Don't give up. Don't give up. I'm not gonna help you." It was my father.
Okay.
"You don't want my help? I appreciate that you don't want," because he's old school, old teaching. He was military, so I'm so glad that you don't want my help, because now I know I raised a man. I created a man. So he said to me not to give up, but I always felt that, okay, one day I will come back. One day I will go back again to the top and big clubs. And it was, no, it was very hard way. It was very, very difficult, but I got it and I achieved it.
And congratulations for that.
No,
like it's brilliant because sometimes it's not sometimes it's like you said, you have upside downs, and sometimes it's not so easy to be down and then to get back there. Many players, they and you played with many. You played with brilliant players, and many
I played with brilliant players.
They couldn't make some of them, like
no, because the obstacles that football puts you, if you don't go through them, if you don't have the strength and the, I don't know the word resilience. I don't know if the
resilience.
If you don't have this, you will not get there. You will stay like middle, low level, because football puts you to prove every day.
That's true. And you keep humble, and that's fantastic. So, and so like I said, I hope you at least, let's say here, you will play at least until 45. I'll hope
we will see that. We will see that.
For what I can see, you can play till 50. If you can play that, 50 is fine, but 45 minimum. And
we will see about it. We will negotiate.
We'll see. Okay. And in 10 years, we are here talking about the 10 years that are,
maybe.
Next 10 years. So you made, like you said, then you made it up again to FC Porto.
Yes.
And what is brilliant again. And one thing, when you arrived, there were other two goalkeepers. One second season, I believe you were with Nuno Espírito Santo, that is now a coach.
And Elton.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was international, Brazilian international, great career. And when you joined Porto, how it was knowing that you were there, like three great goalkeepers.
Yes.
I would say that at the time you were very leveled, I would say. Different characteristics, all of you, but very leveled. If it was playing you or Elton or Nuno, I'll give guarantees to the coach. That's very rare. So how it was?
It was amazing, the level that they had at the time. We all knew that Elton most likely number one.
Yeah.
Because he had an history in FC Porto, one of the captains. So I knew that it was going to be hard for me, but it was a challenge. It was an amazing challenge for me, and I think one of my aces were my character, my personality, my work, my dedication, and they saw that okay, he's an a contender. You know, we are three for one
Yeah.
goal. We are three guys and only can play one. But I
Yeah.
was always was respectful, um, like a loyal competition. So I do my work, I do my job, I try to be fit, I try to perform well, to give like credit to the coach that he's the one who decides. And after that, it's not up to me. It's up to the coach.
Yeah.
So if the coach doesn't decide that I'm number one, I will have to work more, maybe,
Yeah.
and I work more. So working more, the number one has to work more also,
Yeah.
and it's like a snowball. And who wins? The team wins.
Yeah.
That because they have like two or three goalkeepers that perform good, that give security to the goal, you know, and to the coach.
Yeah.
So this is my way of also seeing football. You have to challenge the guy that is in front of you. You need to
Yeah.
challenge him, otherwise
Yeah.
he's like comfortable.
That's true, and that's fantastic. And I think I'm pretty much sure that first, I'm sure that the coach could sleep very well because
Yes,
if you
I think so also.
one have an injury, you still have another. If the other one have an injury, the third is still.
Yeah, I've made 17 games, so it's a
Yeah.
lot for the second goalkeeper.
Of course, it's a lot. Yeah, it's not only the cup. Usually, it's
And
only
I played all the competitions:
Yeah.
Champions League, Europa League, Championship, Cup League, Portuguese
That's
Cup. I played everything, but not as much as I wanted. But
Yeah.
I played. I
Yeah.
challenged Elton at
Yeah.
that time. It is the
I
truth.
know, I remember very
It is
well.
the
You were
truth. It's
playing
not
like-
with all due respect, but I challenge him
of
to be
course, of
better.
course. Yeah.
Otherwise, I was there. I was there.
Yeah, and it's brilliant because when you do scouting, for example, for goalkeepers, you guys have like a micro family inside the family of
It
football.
is.
You train like every day together. So at least of course, it's perfect if you are if you can have like a friendship. If you get along well with each other, but respect at least. Like and you've never created problems, I believe. When you have three goalkeepers that are good goalkeepers and you respect each other's work. And you don't make like trying to make dirty games behind. That's
Yes.
perfect. When you choose,
This is important. Not
Yeah,
making dirty games behind. I hate this.
Yeah, of course, for sure. Porto was buying you because they knew you
My
are not
character.
happy. Yeah, of course, because you are not happy. Okay, you want to play, but at the same moment, you will always respect. If you are not playing, you respect the first.
Just like
you
just like
respect the
that.
coach. Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
And for Porto is like this. I have three goalkeepers. They respect, and I can rest assured that what doesn't matter who I put to play, they will.
He will perform.
They will perform. And that's fantastic. Who doesn't want that? Sometimes the hardest thing is to put even two together. That
Yeah.
they are two together in a good
With
level.
good level. Yeah.
It's hard. Okay, the third is usually the kid. We always been there. We all been there as a kid. Like
I
okay.
was the kid in.
Yeah,
I
you
was
were
the third
kid,
goalkeeper
like
when I was a
Michael,
kid.
You were not of the training, so
Yeah.
usually the third goalkeeper is the guy, or they make some pranks or takes the balls or the goal or whatever. But
And it's the keeper that stays in the end of training taking shots from
Yeah,
the
of course.
strikers.
yeah, but at the same time, you could say to Schmeichel, Peter Schmeichel was telling you, Beto, too many photos, but you could tell him, Peter, how old are you? I'm still 18, so I have all my career, So you are
But
happy.
but Peter could also answer, okay, you have your career, but
Yeah.
let's see if you can win what I won. He
That's
could
true.
also tell me. But
That's true.
today I could answer him.
You can
also.
answer now. You say, come on, now do it for the photo. I cannot. And you still can. So yeah. So that experience in Porto, all of your experiences were important. Then you went
Yes.
also to Romania. It was your first experience abroad in Romania. Let's just tell briefly, if you can, how it was the adaptation and the reality, the main differences, but in a good way. Also, what surprised you in a good way.
It is quite different, the football there. Of course, you came from FC Porto to Romania, and you say to Cluj. I went to Cluj.
Yeah.
And it's like a little bit shocking. The weather, it's too cold. The kind of football, it's different. But I had 7 Portuguese people there in the club. The coaches, 5 Portuguese players. The sport director speaks Spanish, so the adaptation for me was too easy. Uh, and I knew this is like just 11 months. This is gonna be an experience. I went to win something here and bring back to my country another bag of experience.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. I went to pick up experience, 1 title.
Yeah.
Well, 2 titles, the best player of the season and the champion. So it is. There are not bad experiences. They don't exist.
Yeah,
They don't exist because you always learn with someone, with something. With you learn, even if it's bad, you learn from that, and you get positive things from that. So there are only experiences.
I'll admit to have in my CV only the league, the Romanian league. For me, was fine. So even there, you have 2 more titles than me. In my CV was only the Romanian league. For me, it was fine already. So, so then you have the experience, like you said, in Sevilla. That's I would say, I'll risk to say, I think you don't take it wrong, that from all the experiences,
it was the highest point.
Yeah. Individually and collectively, it was like.
Yeah, it was, because it was 3 years in a row winning Europa League. I don't think this is gonna happen again in football. I don't think so.
No. And if you were staying longer, it will be longer.
Yeah, maybe
maybe still winning.
No, because we won the second one. We won the first one, and the second one, it comes out the new rule. If you win the Europa League, you go directly to Champions League.
Champions League. Yeah,
and we say, come on, man, we have to win next year again.
Yeah.
No, we said to each other, we have to win next year again to go to Champions League directly, and we won again.
And you won. So now, if you were still there, you were just home eating popcorn during the week, and then
we can stay like 10th place in
La Liga. Just La Liga. I stay home.
Okay.
For Europa League. So guys, if any sports director here, if you want to win the Europa League, even if it's with
I know some secrets.
Some secrets, of course. I wanted to ask you, because you are the specialist.
No, I will not tell them.
You not tell me. Come on. I'm not going to play. No, nobody.
Not here.
Okay. So guys, if you see in a few years like some Europa League in my CV, you know where
who hired you.
Will give me the advice. So yeah, I'm gonna ask you for sure. So now let's travel a bit to Turkey, and just you also mentioned a bit already the fans and everything, and I'm pretty much sure as soon as you put your foot out of the airport, only the right, probably put first the right, and everybody's already around you. So in Turkey, it
was something like that. You feel the environment when you step out of the plane, and that door in the airport, when you go out, and you feel that, what is this? What is this? So many people waiting for you. But I'm not talking about press. Okay, there is press. I mean people. Like, you are here. Come on. You feel so much love, so much this warm human thing. And you're like, I need to do things right for them. Not only for me or for my family or for them, because I feel the passion that they have for this. So it's my obligation to perform good for them, because you see those faces. This doesn't have a price.
Yeah, that's true. And you join the things that they like, because you have that personality, you have that passion in the goal, and they have also that passion, and they can feel it.
Yes.
But
in Turkey, it's like it doesn't. The gray doesn't exist. It is white or is black.
Okay.
So the gray doesn't exist. And I had the luck, and not only luck, because the luck gives a lot of work to get to do things so good that the 3 years that I was there, it was from people from here. If someone from Göztepe on Turkey, there, if someone is listening, I'm forever thankful because
You are,
I felt
you
and
are,
I feel and I still feel so much love for them.
and you
So
will forever. You will go to Turkey. Everybody
they
will.
they want to make a statue. What is
Yeah,
this? Yeah, because they are like so fanatic,
crazy. Yeah,
so fanatic. And I said, no, I don't want that. I just want you to remember. If you remember me, for me, it's
of
enough.
course. But they
I don't
remember.
need statues. No.
But you deserve. You don't need.
No,
You
no, no,
don't
no,
need.
no, 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 no. I don't. No, no, I don't
No,
like that.
okay. Let's. But if they make in it, come on. And the other thing, guys, a challenge also. Beto is such a nice guy, so kind. It was accepting everything. But if you see him inside, when he suffers a goal, even a goal, his goal is not great. Even when it's not his fault, when it's
I'm
his
like
fault,
the devil.
anyway, just go out from from
Yeah, my soul comes out
disappear.
of my body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But even when it's not his fault, when the ball goes in the in the corner or he couldn't do nothing, he's very upset. You
Yes.
know, and yeah,
Because
but
the goal is my beloved princess. I have to protect
bro, but
her.
come on, I
So
know
if something comes in, I don't like it, and I feel
you have so
so
many
angry.
records. You wanted to have a career with zero
Yeah,
goals.
I would love to.
Imagine goalkeeper with 20
Yeah,
something
but
years career,
look,
zero goals.
it's
Yeah,
good for me. It's okay. I don't.
yeah,
I'm not like this robotic goalkeeper that with no feelings, with no
I know, I
expression.
know, I know.
Uh, I'm different. I'm a warm goalkeeper with feelings, with expression. If
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
happy, I'm happy. If I'm sad, I'm sad. But I feel things, and I show that I feel. Sometimes
yeah,
it's good, sometimes it's not good. But
yeah.
I'm
Of course.
intense.
Yeah. Is there any league now? It came across my mind. Is there any league or any that you'd like to experience for
Yes,
the way that you are? Or yeah,
yeah.
I
I would
think.
like to experience one of two leagues,
Can I try to guess one?
MLS or Mexican League.
Okay, no, I was wrong. I was gonna
No,
say that you'd like to play in Argentina.
no, no, no. Mexico or States. I had an opportunity before I came back again to Sporting in 2007, 2016, 17.
Okay.
I had an offer from Tigres from
Okay.
Mexico,
Oh,
and I
that's a great.
didn't and I didn't accept the offer because of my family. Because my
Okay.
family didn't no, they didn't want to go to Mexico. Um the safety part,
Yeah. That's important.
they didn't want to go with this. Uh, I don't know
Yeah,
if
yeah,
they need bodyguards or Under Armour cars, but
yeah,
the stories that you heard, that you hear. I made some phone calls to Portuguese people that work there.
yeah,
Okay, it's a wonderful place to play, to live, but
yeah,
it can be dangerous. Yeah,
yeah. Of
then
course,
there is no money that can pay security of my
for
family.
sure. And even for you, no playing, being in the pitch, knowing that your family might be struggling.
Yeah,
It's
no need, no need. But it's something that I would like to live this freaking passion fans from Mexico, and also the experience of the United States.
okay. Maybe you don't go to play in for Mexico, but maybe you can wear the kit that Jorge Campos used to wear. It's like,
Yes, this green.
are you? Can you do it? Could you do it? No.
Eh,
It's a bit too
I don't
much.
know. I don't
It's a
know.
bit
Too
too
much.
much.
Too
I think
much.
it will seem to make it home. I think it looks like.
It looks
Yeah,
like.
it looks like. So yeah, I think it's too much. And now in Finland, how it came the opportunity to go to Finland, and also with your CV, like we said, and of course we all admire your decision also to go there. And I also wanted to ask you if it was important, and if you feel actually if you have the notion how important you are for the development of Finnish football in general, and also to open doors to other players, to give visibility to the league, and if it's that also a factor that was important for you to accept the challenge. And I'll tell you one thing: I have a friend that is Finnish, he lives in Finland, and he said it's crazy. How come Beto is coming here? He's a star. He's like I said, okay, I was trying to challenge him to send you a message in Finnish, but he's quite shy. But I wanted to test if you already know Finnish. Yeah, it's shy.
Well, no. This was a very easy thing in one side, because I came here because the goalkeeper coach is my friend.
Okay.
He's my friend since many years, and we never worked together before.
Okay.
I tried to take him to Turkey. I tried to take him in Portugal to a club that I was working, but it's not like this. It's not easy.
Yeah.
But he came here. He came here and he called me and he said, "You wanna come here?" And because this might be the last opportunity for us to work together.
Yeah.
And I said, I spoke with my family, I spoke with my wife, and I said, "Look, I don't know nothing about Scandinavian football. It is the truth. I didn't know nothing." And I said, "But I don't know. It's far. I don't know. I want to be close to my family. Something. I want a different challenge. I had offers from Portugal. I had one offer from Dubai, and from second league. I think from second league of Switzerland. I think." And I said, no, I need something different. Okay, Dubai was different, but it was too far, and my family, it will be complicated. But when I came Finland, and I spoke with my wife, the transfer market was everyone was like closed.
Yeah.
And Finland started 6 weeks ago, the league, so it ends in October, so it's different, this market period. My wife said, I cannot handle you anymore here like this. Like sad, like dead. Your eyes are like dead. You have no expression. You have nothing on your eyes. You don't have shine. Nothing. Don't have light. Go. Feel free. Feel happy. Go to training. Wake up. Go to training. In the weekend, go to the match. Feel the adrenaline, the pressure. Be you. Feel you are on your way to the end. You're not starting. You are on your way to the end. And when it's end. There is no coming back. This was my wife's word. So I said, "Thank you."
Yeah.
I just said to my wife, "Thank you," because this is the most important thing that a player can hear from his wife.
She wants to see you happy, and she knows where is your happiness.
Okay. Me and your daughter will gonna miss you. You will come whenever you want. We will go whenever we want, because she has college. My wife works. But I need to see you happy. If you are not happy, your daughter will not be happy, even if you are here 24 hours a day. I will not be happy seeing you sad. So go. And I said, "Fuck, I'll go. Let's go." And when I came here, it's like totally different. This reality is totally different. I think Finnish football needs to step up and forward and improve.
Yeah.
But I feel that I'm like, okay, I think they told me a few days ago, Jari Litmanen and me, we are like the biggest players ever playing here. So, and he's Finnish.
Yeah, it's
Litmanen was born here. So for me, it's like an opportunity to do something also for football.
Of course.
And in my way of seeing things, I'm doing something for football. Okay, it's Finnish football, but it doesn't care. It doesn't matter. It's something for football. Yeah. These guys, these players. I have a story. It's very funny.
Okay.
Yeah, really. Because when I came here, in the first week or first 2 weeks, we had like a trial player from Nigeria.
Okay.
And we were in the shower. I was like, no, taking shower, and the guy was like this, staring at me. And I say, "Hey, are you okay?" And he said, "What? Are you okay? Why are you staring at me?" I'm like uncomfortable. I'm gonna explain. I'm sorry, but a few months ago, a few years ago, I played with you in PlayStation. I put you in my team in PlayStation, and now I'm having shower with you.
Yeah.
I don't believe that I'm living this. So
Yeah.
yeah, for me, it was so good, this feeling that I made this guy happy without doing nothing. Without doing nothing, I made this guy happy when I came here. So
Yeah.
I feel that I'm already doing something for Finnish football.
Of course.
You understand the feeling?
I understand.
I don't know if I'm like explaining
No,
too
I
well, but
understand. I understand perfectly because I feel the same. You are making me happy to be talking to you. And I
come
wasn't,
on.
I wasn't playing. I wasn't playing on FIFA
No,
with
really,
you.
really. But
Listen, but now let me tell you, I wasn't playing FIFA with you because my time was more championship manager. You remember very
yeah.
well. And your name was Beto second because there was the other guy.
Yes,
And I was
because there was
always
the
buying
central
you.
back.
I was always buying you because you were a good and cheap goalkeeper at the time. And I was like,
Yes.
you guys don't open their eyes. I'm going to buy him every single I was buying
So
you. I was buying the players. And I was playing many years. So, of course, I'm happy to talk to you.
but it is an amazing feeling when you go out in the dressing room and people look to you at like, no, it's not him. At the same time, he's uncomfortable, a little bit uncomfortable, like awkward. Like, come on, I'm like you. I'm a person like you with two arms, two legs, and I think this was my secret to blend in Finland.
Yeah.
I went down to this level.
Yeah.
And nowadays, they look at me. They started to play. They started to call me old guy. Because I opened them the door to see how is a former like elite player.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
They can live the experience to play with a player like me. So, like I was, not like I am, but I was like a little bit good player.
No.
So for them, it's like so good that for me it's also good to provoke these kind of feelings in some players.
But as you are, it's like the same thing. Do you think Buffon is still a great goalkeeper, or he was? He still is. Okay,
it is. But but we are not the same as like 10 years or 15 years ago. We are not. We have the same passion. Maybe we are better in some things. I think so also. But okay, he's not. He will always be Gigi Buffon. He will always be Buffon.
Yeah, he's not your better self, but you were here, the others were here, and now you are here again. So you are still a great goalkeeper. Just you are not your better self.
Yeah, but what I meant to say is that I want them to look at me as one of their own.
Yeah, of course. Because
it's easier for me to do my job. Because if they started to look at me like with this barrier.
Yeah, your CV or
my CV doesn't play. I play, not
like
my
your
CV.
ID, like your passport. Yeah, no CV, no passport.
I play, not my CV. My CV is on the computer for one who wants to see it. But it's the only way that you can blend, that you can feel that you are part of the project, part of the team, is to blend, to be like them. Of course. They put me as a captain. The club put me as a captain. Okay, I have to lead. I have to lead the team, but at the same time, there is one guy that he's from Afghanistan, this player, and he said they were talking. He speaks Spanish. He calls me viejo. It's like old guy. Come on, old guy. And he said, sometimes I look at you and you look like you're 16 years old, man. Always like making funny things, and I say, how the fuck this guy is 40 years old and sometimes he looks like 16, and I say, and what is the problem with that? And he said, no, it's not a problem, it's a good thing, but for us it's like strange to see like a thing like this, but it's good, man. It is amazing.
It's see through, like what you are. You show what you are. Like you said, your wife was telling you that you are not shining, you are not.
Yeah.
So you cannot just hide. That's a very good thing. People have emotions, but we are
And you
raised
don't need
not
to
show
act.
them. Yeah,
You
exactly.
don't need to act. You have to be
Yeah,
yourself.
exactly. What is the ego or something that we think or this? No, that's a fantastic thing what you are saying. And by the way, a great advice from your wife, because probably many people will say like,
Yes.
come home or I miss you or something, but she wants to actually see you happy and your daughter happy, and that's brilliant. She knows exactly, and that's, I think it's like it's for you. It must be fantastic because
It is.
support is
It
important.
is. It is my biggest support.
Of course, that's great. That's a great thing. I forgot there is a question about Sporting, because I'd like to ask you. There was one thing. When you came back to Sporting, it's also an interesting story, because you came back with a coach that a few years before said that you were not tall enough to be a top goalkeeper.
It is. Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he was the one demanding that he wanted you. So after a few years. Yeah.
And this is like a V1 apartment. The world is a V1.
Yeah.
So it's so small and it's round, and you will never know the day of tomorrow. So it is true. Many years ago, when I was in Leixões, he was the SC Braga coach. And in an interview, he said, no, Beto is too short. He will never be a great goalkeeper because he's too short. It was before our game against them.
Yeah.
And curiously, that game we won. We won 0-1 in Braga Stadium. And curiously, the life, we crossed each other in a final of Europa League. I was the Sevilla goalkeeper and he was Benfica coach.
Yeah.
And we won the final and I saved 2 penalties. And it's like, for me, it was the best answer that I could give him.
Yeah.
It was the best answer, not like in the press talking. No, I will not go. I will not go to that level. Yeah. So I stay in my corner. Okay, I will do my job, and maybe I will prove he's wrong. And many years after that, he's the one who wants me to come to his club. So this is like a lesson for life.
Of course.
Don't ever spit.
Yeah, but I wanted to ask you. Of course, I wanted to ask you, but were you growing in the time? Like.
No, I was not growing anymore.
No, I know that's why I'm asking. The thing is that so important? Because you are what, 183 or 185?
I'm 183, but nowadays football requires 190.
190, you think so?
No, plus. From 190, yeah. Nowadays, the football or the coaches, they like big goalkeepers, the tallest, the better. Okay. I don't know. It's like it's okay. So it is what it is. It is what it is, and we have to. I had to work. Plus, I had to work harder to be more explosive, to be faster, to be everything more, to compensate the lack of like 5 or 6 or 7 centimeters. Okay. But I'm happy with the body that I have. I'm happy with the career that I made. Of course. Maybe if I had 10 centimeters more, I could have had another kind of different career. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
But I'm happy who I am.
Or not. I'll say
that. Yeah, but I'm happy with who I am, honestly.
Yeah, I've been interviewing he's one of the greatest goalkeeper coach, Silvino.
Yes.
And in his opinion, it's like 187. It's the ideal size, the ideal height. But there is no, for example, he doesn't like very tall goalkeepers. He prefers a goalkeeper that is more flexible, like you, than a
faster,
goalkeeper
flexible. But it depends. It depends. Yeah. For example, Courtois is so big, and he's working because he's different. He's faster. Even he's so tall, and
he doesn't have emotions.
It was so funny, the Belgium-Portugal match. I played against Courtois in Belgium, Portugal, and in the tunnel, because he speaks Spanish. So in the tunnel, hey Thibaut, how are you? It was like I was like, what a tower, man! He was so big. He was so big, and I was the man of the match. Can
Yeah.
you imagine?
Of course.
With 183, I was the man of the match.
Yeah, I
We
can.
draw 0-0.
I can.
Yeah.
Don't forget, while you were inside, I was outside watching
Okay.
pretty much all your matches.
Okay.
And I have here a
Okay.
message for you
Yeah. Okay.
from the great Silvino. Okay, he was gonna send you a video, but he's in a place where he didn't have any internet signal. So he sent me, for Beto, I wanted to say congratulations for your beautiful career, and the most important thing was to know when go out from the clubs to play, and he hopes that you stay linked to football as a goalkeeper coach if possible. And but I'll tell him, Silvino, in 10 years, wait, that he still have. You want to wish you the best luck. Then I'll send you the message in Portuguese so you can see better.
Okay.
But the best wishes, the best luck in the world, and that you can have also in the future as much success as you have as a player, and a big hug for you. So these are the words from the great.
Thank you, Silvino. Okay. Thank you very much. Obrigado, Silvino.
I'll to watch.
He
also.
he was an amazing goalkeeper in Portugal. Amazing. And he's a very, very, very good goalkeeper coach, from what I hear.
Also, yeah, he was a great goalkeeper like you are. He's a great person like you are. I just don't know yet if you are a great goalkeeper coach. But then we'll find out. But he's
maybe not.
He's a great person like you, and that's for me. I'm the one that in the end it's my trophy. I'm the one winning. So in this case, and so thanks also, Beto. And so we are almost finishing. Okay, we are already in the 90 minutes, and then we have a bit extra time. We don't go to penalties because I know we win.
No, you're gonna lose.
I'm gonna lose. I know it, and I hate losing also. So, yeah. So in terms of the leagues, we all talk about characteristics, different leagues, characteristics, and everything, pace and other things. But do you think for a goalkeeper is also that important, or for a goalkeeper it doesn't change so much like for a field player?
But remake the question. I didn't understand.
Yeah, okay. So like the characteristics of the league, for example, here in Germany, the league needs specific kind of players, with more stamina, more intensity. Yes. And for example, we go to Holland, there are lots of goals. We go to Spain, it's more open. We go to Italy, it's more tactical. Do you think for a goalkeeper also changes so much, or is more for a field?
It is also different for goalkeepers. That's why I was never like an ideal goalkeeper for Premier League, for example. But I was ideal player for La Liga, for example, the Spanish league or the Portuguese league, maybe the German league also. But for Premier League or Scottish league, or this kind of like more physical leagues, they need like more bigger goalkeepers because the corners, the set pieces, they go with the goalkeeper. They kill the goalkeeper if you're not big enough. So I think also the goalkeeper has some characteristics that fit better on this kind of league or in another kind of league. For me, okay, I'm more versatile goalkeeper, but for example, Premier League for me, maybe I will enjoy it, maybe I will fit. But at the first point, I see maybe it's not for me. I know. It's an opinion. It's an opinion, but.
There are exceptions, because it's good that also because it's a quality that we know our own. Not this case is not a limitation, but also where you are more suitable. That's a good thing. But for example, in England, I remember Bartes, for example, that is short.
For example, but you don't remember too much goalkeepers.
No. I think Tim Howard is not that tall. I'm not sure.
A little bit. Yeah, but he's like.
Yeah, it's big.
He's a closer.
Yeah. And then there are only a few exceptions. Yeah, like you said, most of them. Like central defenders is the same thing. Usually are big guys, and it's the same thing. Although there are exceptions like our Ricardo Carvalho. Brilliant. It was brilliant over there, and he's not tall. So of course, when there is quality, there are exceptions.
You adapt.
Yeah, you adapt, and you could play in England easily like a right back or or a
right
winger?
back. Right back has to run.
And
Number
you run
10.
well.
Number 10.
Number 10. Yeah,
Number
yeah.
10.
Yeah, exactly. Number 10, you play easily. Or a winger like crossing.
No. I have to
You
run.
don't run so much.
I don't like to run. Run is for cowards.
You don't like running.
Oh, it felt my phone. Sorry.
It's okay. Nobody. But you catch it, so it was
Yeah.
just if you are.
I still have
concentrating.
reflexes.
You have reflexes.
Slower.
Yeah.
But I
And
still have.
people are seeing your hands. Usually they see the gloves only. So
Yeah. Normal
Uh,
hands. Big, but
normal hands.
normal.
Yeah, you have normal hands. So the
Yeah.
guy from your teammate from Nigeria knows that you have normal hands.
Yes, I'm normal. I'm flesh and bone.
Yeah. Maybe he thought he was in Madame Tussauds, and yeah.
No,
or
but poor
you
guy.
already
He
touched
was
before.
so.
Yeah.
It was so natural, his reaction, that it caused me
Yeah.
so much
Of course.
good feeling.
So now you need a statue in Turkey for people
No.
actually look at you like he was looking. That's no negotiation. Look, I'm here in Germany. There are lots of Turkish people. They all
Yes.
love you. So I'll just go
There is
out
a
and
lot
make
of
out
Turkish
them,
people.
and they make the statue tomorrow. So
No need.
uh,
Don't worry.
okay. So, in your opinion, to finish, what are the essential characteristics in general? Like, let's not talk about a specific league, but in general for a goalkeeper, for the youngest goalkeepers also now to get a bit of your knowledge and advices that you can leave for them.
Look, I think the biggest advice and the better advice that I can give, not only for goalkeepers, also for players, is the work. The work is okay. It's like a cliche word, but it is
Yeah.
what you need to do. Work harder, handle the obstacles. I think the goalkeeper is like, okay, it's like a specific position. Sometimes you get too much frustrated, and you want to give up because you got goals and you don't play, and you train and you don't play, and you get goals and you. It's like it's very hard. It's very specific. Work hard. Believe in yourself. Don't let nobody tells you other way. The first guy that needs to believe is yourself. If you feel that you are good, don't let nobody tells you other thing. And work hard. Fight for what you want. Create targets. It's important for a goalkeeper, also for the players. Create targets. Okay, I want to be world champion. Maybe I'm not going to be world champion, but maybe I'm going to be European champion, or maybe I will win Champions League or Europa League. Create something to achieve, because the way that you make to achieve things, it's the most beautiful thing. Not only when you get and you lift the cups, the way that you do, it's the most beautiful thing. So fight for it.
Thank you for your wise words as always. And guys, I hope. Thank you so much, Beto. I'm delighted.
Thank you.
It's been a big pleasure. Thanks a lot for sharing with us your experience, your stories, your funny stories also that we didn't know. And it's been an honor to have you here.
Thank you.
I don't know if you want to say something. And
No, I just want to thank you also. I think when you have like 30 years of football, you've seen every kind of interviews and all kind of programs and shows, and I wanted to thank you and congratulate you, because this is what players like, this kind of talking, not interviewing, like this kind of talking that we can express ourselves without like script. This is the kind of program that more people should do. So I have to congratulate you, and you are Portuguese, so I'm so happy that you're Portuguese also. We are so small and have so many talent. So
I wouldn't say talent,
I wanted to congratulate you and the production of your program, and I hope you still do it for years and years and years, also with your scout work.
Thanks.
Do things good for football. Positive, good.
I think it's like you said. I think I have the same secret as you. Also, it's my passion and the passion for football.
We need to do positive things for football.
Yeah. But I will say talent, and if you want to say, if you think I do a good work, say thank you to Ricardo Balbeira, it's our CEO, because he was the one seeing potential on me, because I am not a journalist. I never thought to interview people. I don't like to show myself. I prefer to work behind the like the curtains, and that's why I like to be a scout. But he said, no, I think you can do it. And I tried. First one, I'll tell you, it was a friend, the first one I interviewed. It was Hernani that also played for Leixões. He played also in Aves, and he's my friend since kid. And I said, Hernani, it's going to be you. You are going to be the first. And I didn't know it was going to be live. And yeah, since then, it's been, for me, it's a big pleasure.
But the feeling that I have for this 90 minutes or something, it was like the time flew. So, this is a good feeling. When the time flies, it means that it was good. It was light, it was like free. And so congratulations to you, to the CEO. Unfortunately, I don't know him, but I know. So congratulations to you guys. And I hope you still do it for many, many, many years.
Yeah, and you are always welcome. The doors are open for you always.
Thank you.
And like I said, it's been a pleasure. But you are not going to take me to penalties. Okay?
No, this is extra time. It's finished. Golden goal.
Golden goal. Beto, thank you so much. I hope I can maybe visit you soon in Finland, or you are always welcome in here in Portugal, wherever it is. I just don't go to Turkey to meet you because I know they will come like this. And I'm going to be smashed like, yeah, that's it. No, I'm joking.
It was nice to talk to you. And to all of the followers, also, the guys in live. So thank you very much. All the best for you.
All the best. Keep flying there. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you.
Next time. Thank you.
See you.
Thank you.